ladies and gents. I'm here with Tolu Akinyemi, also known as, I call him Tolutoludo, the Lion of Newcastle, the global author extraordinaire. He has several literal pieces. I'm sure you've probably heard of a few, not to mention all, but Dead Lions Don't Roar. That was his very first. I think that launched in, was it 2016, 2017?
2017.
2017, yes. And then there's also Dead Dogs Don't Bark. And there are also these two over here, Black and Inferior.
Black does not equal Inferior.
Black does not equal, as the sign suggests over here, My recognition of logos is clearly bad. And never mind a writer over here. They're all on Amazon, so you guys, if you haven't already got your copies, feel free to get one, or you can order the physical copies online as well. But yes, so as I was saying, Toludo over here, I've been following his journey ever since. Funny enough, something just came to mind, apparently we went to the same uni for masters, which is Hertfordshire.
Yeah, true. I finished my master's in 2011. What year did you finish?
Funny enough, that's the same year, but I was on the DHAV campus.
I was on DHAV as well.
Oh, you are? Here we go.
Do you know Emmanuel Adejo?
Of course, Adejo.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, right.
Adejo. That's my guy.
Samuel Eka, you know Samuel.
Samuel Eka, yeah. He used to play drums in.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
You are my guys.
Wow! Funny enough, you see that? Wow, that's interesting.
I would have seen though.
Probably, Did you used to play football?
The football, not really.
Oh, okay, because sometimes I used to play on College Lane before they regenerated the whole place.
Okay.
But mostly I used to play on DHAV.
Okay.
Where the Arsenal ladies used to train on Monday, Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
How come we never met? Wow, that's quite strange.
I know, right? I wanted to say.
I was the student ambassador, at the
Oh really?
Yeah.
For the student union?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
wow.
the student ambassador.
Okay.
I was also like when new students resumed. I was part of the people that did their registration
At the forum. Okay.
At the UH College Lane
Yes.
library,
The LRC over there.
LRC,
Nice. That's good.
Yeah.
So
we're both alumni. So
I'm alumni of the same university. That's good.
Well, it took us how many years to find out?
10 years later. I mean, better late than never, right? Oh wow.
We are just finding out today, right?
Wow, we just found out today. This was not even planned. Seriously, guys, this was not even planned, So wow. That's good.
Yeah, that's good to know.
What a coincidence. It is well.
Yeah, it is.
So yes, moving back to the topic at hand is about Tolu's writing journey. I've been following him for quite a while since I met him. Well, since we kind of met again or officially about 4-5 years ago now.
4 years now.
About 4 years ago, yeah. Just shortly before the launch of his first book, which was Dead Lions Don't Roar. And he has come a long way. A lot of awards later down the road. And I think you're about 10 books in.
Yeah, so April 1st will be the 10th. I think 11th is ready, which
for
January
2022. Yes.
God in a human body.
That sounds interesting.
Everybody Don Kolomental. That's coming out on the 1st of April.
1st of April, guys.
2021, yeah. So and that will be on Tolutoludo.com, the Unravel Your Hidden Gems, and Amazon and all other marketplaces as well.
Okay, I hope you got that, guys. So you know where to get your books. No excuses not to have it. And of course, I'll be getting mine, especially signed like this, of course. So if you want yours, go to Tolutoludo.com and buy plenty. They will sign for you. Yes. So as you can see, I also have my merchandise over here. My Dead Lions Don't Roar special supply. So yes, down to business.
Yeah.
Toludo.
Ra.
The Royal Lion of Newcastle.
That's the code. Ra.
Yes, that's good. That's very inspirational. Get you pumped up, get you gingered, as we'll say in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Yes. So I just mentioned now, before we get to the nitty gritty, I just mentioned, funny enough, a couple weeks ago, one of our fellow Nigerian artists, Burna Boy, won a Grammy for Best World Album.
Yeah.
And it's funny how in your book, Black Does Not Equal Inferior, you have a couple of prompts actually that refer to his album titles. The first being African Giants, which was also nominated in 2019-20 for the same category of Best World Album, but didn't quite win it. And then again here, you have a prompt titled Black Excellence 2 on page 8 of this book, by the way, guys. I'll just quickly read through that. So, I don't know, maybe Tolu is now also a future or fortune teller now. So maybe he foresaw this for Burna Boy. So Burna Boy, thank Tolu, he put it in. This book came out, this book came out
January 1st.
Oh, January 1st, funny enough. So this year, and Tolu already foresaw this for you. So Burna Boy, now Tolu you will. Everybody now see Tolu wants to know what your future holds. So I'll just quickly read this. So it's titled Black Excellence by Tolu Akinyemi. Of course, he's here with me live and direct. Black was the genesis before there was a ray of light. Beyonce sang, Black is king. I asked, what is kingship? Blacks are greater than kings. They are the fiefdom, small gods, rising oceans, standing twice as tall. That was a quote by Rock Nation. Give me one black mamba and the greatest Ali, and my walls will I read. Black excellence. Black is not mythical. It is the skin gods are housed in. That's interesting, guys. That's interesting. That was very well constructed and put together. But the bit that caught my eye was the mention of Twice as Tall, which is the same title of the album that won Burna Boy the Grammy. So, Tolu, I just want to ask, how did you come about this Twice as Tall concept? Is this something that you foresaw, or is it just something that, out of your creative wisdom and genius, you just happen to stumble upon? Or can you please break down the, how we got to this Twice as Tall,
Yeah, so basically, it's just to juxtapose that blacks are we are greater than kings. We should know what we stand for. We shouldn't settle for less. And I think using Twice as Tall in that point was just to reiterate to black people like myself that yes, we are not just ordinary people.
Yes,
we are greater than kings. We are standing. We should see ourselves twice as tall.
Yes.
Like the same way Bonner carries himself.
Yes.
Swag, without arrogance, without just for people to know that it's not like, even though he came to the game as an outsider, now he's doing great stuff. So, yeah, so basically, the whole idea of the poem is to resonate if it's a forgotten truth or forgotten memo that yes, blacks are not ordinary people, and we should see ourselves as gods.
Yes.
We should see ourselves as not just ordinary to be pushed around, and yes, we can do much more.
Okay, that's good. So basically, the message is just to remind black people that we shouldn't be. We should always remember that we are kings. We are great people. We are from the motherland, the great land. And it's good that that's been mentioned actually, because I've realized now, especially even inside Africa, it's funny how people are quite suppressed or oppressed, whatever you want to call it, So people especially now, are lacking a lot of the confidence that should have been naturally exhibited. So that's a good problem, to remind black people that we are kings and we should be twice as tall like Burna Boy, who is Odogu now.
Odogu.
Grammy Award winning Odogu. So, yes, black people, the sky is the limit. Stand twice as tall for all African giants. Right. So, my next question for Toludo, is a bit more serious this time. Now about African giants or Burna Boy now. Group not finished for now. We'll come back to that. So, Tolu, I just wanted to ask, I'm sure you've heard this question a lot, what inspired you to start this literal journey of, being an author?
Yeah, so basically in terms of inspiration to write, I started writing from a very young age. So, I think while I was in junior secondary school back home in Nigeria, I wrote a play which I can't find any longer now. But
do you remember what it was called or what it was?
I can't. My memory is so thin right now. Yes.
Oh wow. Yeah, so that's what when you write too many books and too many poems. You forget defend your foundation.
So, but back in the days, I used to journal a lot. I used to do a lot of journaling. I remember then I used to write a lot of, and then we call it out jargons like, the first, like all the presidents in United States history, the first woman to drive a car in Nigeria. I used to write all of those. Like, I used to read a lot of historical books. I had some friends in my close circle back in the days as well that, we used to exchange books, meals and bones. If they ever come
M&B for those who remember, or if you're old enough to remember.
So I used to read quite a lot of books, and I think I got initiated into the Chinua Achebe's club because my dad studied English at the University of Ibadan in southwest Nigeria. So we had a lot of books in the house.
So it was only natural you would incline towards this poetic journey.
So it was natural that I never knew I would ever write, but the interest in books was all there because when you look to the right you see books and you see, and I would just go to my dad's files, read I used to read a lot of newspapers. I would read newspapers in and out. Even to the obituary section.
Wow, that's serious.
So I used to read a lot back in, but I never ever knew I would ever become a published author. But I think it was always there. And when I got to the UK, I used to write. I had the blog since 2008, so I used to write a lot. But I didn't want to come out like I didn't want people to know that. Especially, I feel like my focus should be on my work. It's not about getting published and everything, but I think it just happened naturally because real talent doesn't die.
No, of course.
You just have to
Unravel Your Hidden Gems, basically, which is also one of the second book that came out in 2018 spring.
Spring 2018. So Unravel Your Hidden Gems. So I knew I had to
unravel your hidden gem.
Remember Sarah was like, I never knew this guy had all these hidden gems. Somewhere inside of him. So I just had to unravel those gems, and the rest, as they say, is
history.
So we are where we are today based on the fact that I found purpose and I found my own unique voice, my role, and I believe that role will also inspire someone else out there to find their own voice, to express their own creative talent as well.
Okay, that's fantastic. So guys, basically, work with, from what Toludo just mentioned right now, you might be a young kid at home, your dad might be a mathematician, your dad might be a doctor, a lawyer, basically, wherever you choose to, wherever interests you, basically, run with that, go with that. You never know what the future holds, you could be unraveling your hidden gem like Toludo just did. So basically the moral of that, what Tolu just mentioned right now, is to basically go with your guts, and then you never know what the future holds for you. Believe in yourself, and still remember you're twice as tall. Yeah, that's good. So my third question for you is, I know we mentioned the amount of books you've written. So you are the 10th book coming out on the 1st of April.
Yeah.
Which is called Kolomental. That's an interesting one.
Everybody Don Kolomental.
So basically everybody Don Kolomental. So my focus will be on that upcoming book actually, and the 11th book, which is also called God in a Human Body.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think this is a two-part question. So first of all, can you, for the non-Nigerians actually, could you break down what this Kolomental is and why you've chosen to run with this specific, ever so slightly provocative term, Kolomental?
Yeah, so everybody Don Kolomental is saying everybody is going crazy. Everybody is like, we all struggle, and that's the truth. No matter your position. Imagine, okay, let's just use an analogy of a footballer.
Okay.
So let's look at Kepa in Chelsea.
Yes.
And all the mistakes he was making, and he couldn't even like open his comment section on Twitter because he was getting a lot of abuse. You know what that will be doing to his mental health. So the kind of abuse these footballers, let's use footballers as an example, that they get. So they may have all of the money, but they may be struggling with their mental health, and that's what we as humans, no matter who we are. Imagine AJ after he fought with Rui, Andy Ruiz, the first fight, the defeat. You know what will be going through his mind, but he never spoke. So everybody Don Kolomental is just saying that everybody has mental health issues. We all have struggles. We all deal with life struggles, no matter how perfect we are. Even if you're a pastor, you are the prime minister, you are Boris Johnson. Everybody, we all have challenges. That which makes us human.
Okay.
And so everybody Don Kolomental is a tribute. Is a form of. Is dedicated to everyone struggling, dealing with life struggles and mental health struggles. Because even as an human being, I face my own struggles. As an human being, you face your own personal struggles. So everybody, we all have our own struggles, things that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. So that book is a book to, it's both a sad and a happy book because it resonates hope, even in the midst of everybody going crazy and all of that,
We have our struggles.
But at the end of that, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Tomorrow is pregnant with hope is not far away. That's the tagline for the book. So hope is not far away, and I want anyone who gets that book to know for a fact that hope is truly not far away.
It's just around the corner.
It's just around the corner, as long as you believe and that we all struggle. So don't say, oh, I struggle. No, not everyone struggles.
Yes,
we all deal with mental health struggles.
Oh yes.
And it's not a thing of shame or something to be sad about that you are struggling. Oh, I'm a man, people feel I'm weak. No, it's alright to be weak. It's alright to struggle, and that's some of the themes I addressed in the collection.
Okay, that's quite interesting. So guys, 1st of April, which is literally next week, Monday.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So just around the corner as well, So guys, be sure to get a copy. It sounds very interesting. Can't wait for that one. So the next question was about the upcoming book. A God in a Human Body. That's very, very, very. Like wow. Like what was that about? How is that? That personification of of God. Well, for those who believe in God. I'm just curious to understand what that's about.
Yeah, so A God in the Human Body is a poetry collection that that delves into the realm of the spiritual. As we are all gods.
Yes.
We are spiritual beings. We have enormous power to call into life whatever we want to call into life. And a God in a human body looks at the nature of man, our fleeting nature.
Okay.
Life is temporary as it is, but we are all gods, and we are habitating this human body just for a while.
Yes.
So a God in the human body explores themes around divinity, spirituality, and the enormous powers that we possess while we traverse this earthly passage. Yeah, so
This
that's the
physical
whole
realm.
that's the whole idea of a God in a human body. Tell them this body is not my own.
Yes, you just borrow this body.
Yeah, so this body does not belong to me. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So it's a temporary home for me, and so tell my king and kindred that this body was never my own.
Okay.
So I believe it's borrowed. So, but right now I see myself. I am a God in a human body. And I want everyone to understand the fact that we all are gods, just in human bodies, habitating this vessel just for a temporary while. And I think that book is gonna, it's gonna eat differently.
Yeah, oh yes.
It's gonna eat differently.
Oh yes.
Because dealing with God, spirituality, divinity, and
yes.
Exploring things around, the power that we possess as human beings, and I think I can't wait for that to drop.
Yeah, I can't wait as well, because it's funny that's been mentioned, because when I saw that, like I think maybe last month on when I was on one of your pages, I don't remember if it's your website, that as you said, it hits home different, because it's something I've been thinking about recently, the whole spiritual aspect to it of life. So yeah, that's a very, very deep one, and I can't wait for that one. It's a shame, it's coming out next year, because we're just at the end of March right now. So I don't know. I have to wait for 8 months now to get your views on that. But time flies, so we'll see.
Yeah. So basically, the book is ready, but I felt like, okay, January 1, I dropped 2 books. I'm dropping one on the 1st of April.
You don't want to?
I wanted to drop on my birthday before in September. I feel like, oh, Tolu, you are dropping too many. So I feel like, okay, I won't drop you now. I will just wait till 2022, drop you on the 1st of January. As per now tradition, January 1, 2021, I dropped 2 books. Then 2022 January, drop another book here.
So the protocol basically now.
Yeah. So
the Toludo protocol.
Yeah. So, but it's all ready, and yeah, I'm sure it's something that will be a great addition to your bookshelf.
Oh no, definitely. That's interesting, guys. So, guys, I hope you have these dates in mind. 1st of April, Kolomental.
Everybody don't Kolomental.
And the God in the human body as well. That will be January 2022. So, to my next question. This wasn't a question I had in mind before, but I just want to touch on something you mentioned with regards to the mental health issues, because it seems to be trending is not the word, but it seems to be more talked about now. These things are coming out in every industry, and every walk of life, really. So my question is just regards to mental health issues. I don't know if you have any words of advice for anyone that may be secretly struggling with mental health issues, and also you yourself, how do you deal with your own? Well, I'm not saying you have mental health issues, but if you feel you're getting maybe like overwhelmed, or you are going through several tribulations, how do you deal with that? Maybe that could be an inspiration for someone else that doesn't know how to handle such enormous pressure, or something along those lines. So basically, the 2 questions are: what advice do you have for anyone that may be secretly going through mental health issues, and yourself, how you deal with such issues?
Yeah. So basically, for mental health issues, anyone who is dealing with mental health struggles, don't be afraid to speak out. Don't let voices like P.S. Morgan. Don't let people like P.S. Morgan derail you to feel like, oh, people can challenge you to say, oh no, you can't struggle, or you are telling lies. It's not, don't let that derail you from speaking up or speaking out, because the truth is that everyone deals with their own personal struggles, personal challenges. So when you feel like you are getting to that place where you feel like hope has been lost, find someone to speak to people. There are so many organizations that deal with mental health struggles here in the UK and around the world. Look for someone close someone who is trusted, that you can confide in. Suicide is not an option.
Definitely
Yeah,
not.
so speak out. So my advice would be to speak out. And personally, how do I deal with mental health struggles? Well, there are different ways. And every morning I run, I go for exercise, I speak life affirming words, I listen to good music. So just whatever works in any of those, for walking or running every morning, just believing and embracing hope that tomorrow is pregnant with hope as well, irrespective of what the struggle might be. Yeah, don't give up, don't lose hope, and the fact that I'm even like you have a gift that you are giving to the world, that is enough to like keep me going, keep me alive, and believe that yes, no matter what's going on, what's happening today, tomorrow is indeed pregnant with hope.
That's fantastic. So guys, yes, as the Newcastle Royal Lion has mentioned to you, if you are secretly struggling with mental health, don't be afraid to speak out, and also always remember there's always purpose in life, and basically just remember the positives. Like you're struggling today doesn't mean the struggle is continuous. So positivity, hope is around the corner, as Tolu mentioned.
And something to add, don't compare yourself to other people. I think that's quite pivotal as well.
Yes.
Because many times people say, I want to be like someone. Don't try and be like someone else, because you never know what they are struggling with, what they are going through in their own personal spaces. So run your own race and be patient, and your own time is your own time. If somebody builds somebody has bought like a house or something, it doesn't mean you won't buy your own house. Rejoice with people that rejoice, because hatred as well hatred kills people faster as well. When people succeed around you, celebrate them, rejoice with them. It helps us also to like move forward in life. But definitely. Some people say they are because they see people are doing well around them, then they are sad. Why are you sad? It's not your race. So if you wait for your own time and you celebrate with those that do great things around you, then definitely yours will come. And forget like Instagram, where people are pressing you on Instagram.
Social media, don't follow social media people. Fake life, life social media.
So somebody might be drinking Gary in their house and they are snapping pictures, feeling like things are alright. So please, never ever compare yourself to others. Run your own race. That's a therapy for mental health, to deal with mental health. Just go on your own lane, face your own struggles, and never ever compare yourself to anyone else.
Okay, that's very good. Fantastic. Yes, guys. So I have another question for Toludo, a more personal, non-book related question. I'm just curious, Tolu. What kind of music do you listen to? Who are your top 3 artists right now? Who are your top 3 songs that you listen to at the moment? Maybe when you go for your run, like you said, or maybe when you're just trying to get inspiration for your writing. Like, what music are you feeling right now? What artists as well?
Yeah, so right now I will break them into different categories.
Okay.
When I want to feel good music, I do Burna Boy. Then I do Davido as well.
Okay.
Then once in a while Wiz, but more of Omale, Thames, Fireboy, Olamide, Simi as well. Yeah, so but Nigerian music is popping right now.
Definitely.
Yeah, Nigerian music is on another level, hotter than fire. And for gospel I do Chris Tomlin, House Fires, Tasha Cobbs, Jacqueline Carr, one is inspiration as well, spiritual inspiration. So it's always like mix and match. Yeah, but Nigerian music is a real deal at the moment.
It's on top right now at the moment. That's good. So another question I have for you, Tolu, is basically with regards to your books, for instance, like this Black does not mean inferior. How do you come up with the concept for this book and all your previous pieces prior to this? Like, how do you come about this these such titles? Because this is quite an interesting one. Black does not mean inferior. You also have the Dead Lions Don't Roar, Dead Cats Don't Meow, you know, Dead Dogs Don't Bark. How do you come up with these titles for your books? Like, you know, yeah.
Yeah, so book titles, the like Black was only equal inferior. It was during George Floyd Jr. when he was killed in the States last year. You know, we were all angry. Everyone felt like felt like a personal loss, and at that point in time, and you know, with personal experiences as well, where as a black person we've been treated like an inferior. So it was something that came to me, like just dropped in my heart. So initially I was playing with black does not equate to inferior, but I later on settled for black does not equal inferior, because a lot of, even on Twitter, some people still, like some white people still go on to the tweet to say, yeah, so what does black, so what is he trying to say? Go and read the book if you want to know. Why what was your business on what I'm trying to say? I'm saying black does not equal inferior. Is it hard to understand that black, like what would trigger a white person to go on Twitter and be asking, like, what am I saying? If you want to know what I'm saying, go and read the book, so you understand. So but for Dead Lions Don't Roar, that just came to my mind, that we as human beings, it's only when we are alive that we can roll, we can make a difference. And I felt, as a book title, that would really resonate, and I think that was a fantastic debut, because titles also go a long way to, like, you know, give a book a wonderful presence, and you know, help a book to, you know, to sell and become really marketable. So Dead Dogs Don't Bark and Dead Cats Don't Meow were follow-ups with the Dead Lions Don't Roar. Okay. And for Unravel Your Hidden Gems, that particular title dropped in my spirit, and you know, there are times something just drops in our heart and we feel like, oh yeah, this is it. For A God in a Human Body, a friend of mine, also based in Newcastle, so I signed a copy of Black Not Inferior to her, and I said, a God in a human body, black queen, you are not inferior. And that was how, and I later told her, I said, I feel inspired to write a collection titled A God in a Human Body, and that has come to fruition. So it goes to tell us the power that we carry, the power that our words carry as well as creatives, that just from a mere book signing, you can get an inspiration to write another book. Wow. Yeah, so those are, for Never Marry a Writer, that one was just like, as writers, it came from this headspace that writers are people that would observe, document, and recount. Like that, writers. So writers would go somewhere and observe what's going on, and you know, when they get that inspiration, they would write about it. So the worst person they want to really mess with is a writer. Writers are really bad. So I think the inspiration comes, you know, from various life events and circumstances as well. Everybody Don Kolomental. Initially, I wrote a story in Inferno of Silence, a collection of short stories, and so I felt like I wanted to be a collection that would, you know, deal expressly with mental health struggles and, you know, the challenges that we face as human beings. Yeah, so I feel like that title I didn't even interpret it for anybody in the book, because I feel like, let me bring my own culture to these people. I don't have to explain to anybody what I'm trying to say. Let them find out, let them read the book, and whichever interpretation people want to give to it. I think that's the headspace I am in right now. I let people interpret my poems whichever way they want to interpret it. I don't go and say, oh no, this is what I'm trying to say. I don't need to explain.
Over elaborate.
I don't need to over elaborate or analyze for people to say. People can personalize the poems, own it. Like with a Booktiful Love, a lot of people owned it and, you know, personalize it for themselves. And I think that's the kind of, that's the background to the titles. A Booktiful Love, a Nigerian author, was nominated for an award. I wanted to go and vote for her that night, and the inspiration came. You know, and I wrote that poem that night, and it later turned that would be the title of the book, because that was unique, that was different, a Booktiful Love. Yeah, so And I think so many of my titles are unique and different here. So and that speaks for itself as well.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So, right, guys, that's all from me for today. Thank you very much, Toludo. You know, it was a good chat, a good conversation. And guys, I just want to remind you once more, you know, the upcoming books. Kolomental, 1st of April.
Everybody, don't forget everybody.
Everybody, Don Kolomental.
Everybody is running crazy. Everybody get crazy. Everybody mad. Everybody's mad. Everybody's moving mad.
Everybody's moving mad.
I said it only takes, you know, like in one of the posts I was like, it only takes like everybody's moving mad. It only takes a little thing to trigger you. To show the level of your madness. Imagine you are driving in Lagos traffic and someone bashes the worst. You know? So it just takes a little thing. You see people wearing suits. You know, they're just wearing suit and tie for them. If things rough.
If you want gas,
they scatter everywhere.
You will throw it down. Just have to bring bottle.
So those are the titles.
Okay, guys, and then also God in a Human Body. That's January 2022, and also of course there's Black Does Not Equal Inferior. There's Never Marry a Writer, and all the other previous collections. You can get them on tolutoludo.com. They're on Amazon. Where else are they?
The Roaring Lion Newcastle.com.
Oh, yes, our Newcastle's special author.
Yeah.
The Roaring Lion. So everyone, can we get a roar?
Roar.
Roar. Fantastic. Good chat. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sabo, for talking to me.
Oh, yes, no worries. Oh, yes.
Thank you.
That's good. Yes, guys. Thanks. Okay.
Peace out.
Yeah.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see.